It's Clay Trader, and this will be a video chart on ticker symbol GEVO. We will take a look at the 30-minute time frame. Real quick, what do I mean by 30-minute in case maybe you're new to charts? Instead of each one of these candlesticks here representing 1 day's worth of price action, which is what you would normally see, each one represents 30 minutes. So while this may look like a few weeks worth of time right here, it's actually just the past few days broken down into 30-minute time slices. I like to do this time frame. I think it does a good job of telling the quote-unquote story of the price, and then makes mapping out where levels of support and resistance a bit easier to see. I did this analysis earlier on in the week, but want to get things updated here as the bears took another pretty big chunk out of it. But to be fair, the bulls kind of made it interesting going, not kind of, they did make it interesting going into the weekend. I say that because, again, each one of these represents 30 minutes, and it was pretty much just bearish, drifting down. And then all of a sudden, the final portion of the day happened, and you can see these two 30-minute sections right here. All of a sudden, some green candles started to form. And the one thing that has me quite a bit skeptical is, it's not like a huge amount of volume came in, but you got to give credit where credit's due. And the bulls did start to show some signs of strength right there. Now, don't get me wrong, like I said, just because it closed somewhat interesting, got some green candles, I'm not saying this thing's gonna head up to 50 cents on Monday. But like I said, from what looked like just a pure bearish day where the bulls didn't do anything at all, the bulls did kind of show some signs of strength. So we'll see if that means anything or not. The first sign of if that means anything or not is going to be very obvious, but that's why I love charts is, well, it needs to bottom, right? If today's last 30-minute sessions are the start of something, well then you're not gonna want to see the price backtrack, right? Like I said, I'm assuming I state the obvious when I say that. So 30 cents becomes a very important level of support, because if the price drops below that, well then that simply fails to me, or that just means that, well, the bulls aren't making any progress. It's putting in new lows. So I think that's pretty straightforward there. But the next big test come in terms of levels of resistance. So let's map out a couple of these. And the initial area of resistance, going to call right up here at 32 cents. After 32 cents is the previous level of support, which I'd expect to be a pretty big level of resistance if the price can get up there, is 33 cents. But before we talk about 33 cents, that first hurdle that needs to be crossed is right there at 32. So again, quite the interesting day due to that final session of the day. So we'll see if that means anything or not, or if that was just kind of a little blip on the radar, and the final green candles here really didn't mean much at all. So Monday should be pretty interesting. One of the most popular questions I get is, hey Clay, how do you find the stocks that you trade? So what I've done is put together this free resource guide where I talk about the tools that I use to locate stocks that I find interesting and think may have potential. So if that sounds like something that could add value to you as a trader, then by all means click right there to get access to the guide. The guide itself is very short and to the point, and like I say, it is free. Thanks for watching. Have a good weekend.